The scene opens in the middle of a battlefield. Rain pours heavily, washing over the lifeless bodies of soldiers strewn across the blood-soaked ground. The echoes of battle have faded, leaving only the sound of raindrops and the occasional crackle of distant fire. A soldier collapses, his sword slipping from his grip. His body is drenched in blood, his breath shallow. Nearby, another warrior lies still, his ornate golden epaulets signifying his high rank. Their lifeless eyes stare into the stormy sky. A young man, his face streaked with blood, stands alone. His piercing golden eyes reflect both exhaustion and unwavering resolve. He breathes heavily, the rain mixing with the blood dripping from his wounds. His expression is grim but determined. Protagonist softly, through gritted teeth, sigh. Suddenly, someone spoke. I haven't expected this to happen. It was the giant enemy he has defeated earlier, saying he never expected a human to be this strong. The protagonist turned his gaze. You bastard, so, you're still alive. Guess I didn't hit you hard enough. Ronin, breathing heavily, staring down with cold eyes. Ha ha, thought you were some kind of god. He wipes blood from his mouth, stepping down without a glance back. Guess even gods bleed. While muttering, walking away, the protagonist steps off the fallen figure's chest. Blood dripping from his clenched fist told the giant that in the end, he was just another obstacle. Back to 20 years ago, there are 3 Yahudi giants that suddenly appears. These are warriors from unknown world and started attacking the empire without any valid reasons. Meanwhile, back to our protagonist, asking the giant while stating atop its chest, "What right do you have to live?" The giant responded, "Do not be afraid. I shall soon be back to the hands of my creator." The protagonist chuckles. My, I'm pretty sure your dead friends are there waiting for you." The giant answered, "Friends? What do you mean friends?" Ronin answered, "Yes, those who came here with you." One of them had been reduced to ashes by the scorching fury of my red dragon. The other has been sealed away for eternity by Old Man Lorhan's ancient powers. Ronin smirked, the kind of smug grin that screamed, "I'm better than you." He leaned in slightly and said, "Do you get it now, you son of a baguette? Do not fool yourself by hiding from the truth, warrior. As children of the stars, we are bound by a connection, sharing our senses with one another." The giant continued speaking, his voice echoing like distant thunder. "I am well aware that those who faced them perished in battle. Do you grasp the significance of this? It means that there are no more warriors like you, remain here, to defend this land." Ronin smiled, "Ha, no more warriors. Clearly, someone isn't paying attention because, in case you didn't notice, I'm still here, standing, breathing, awesomely radiating." The giants responded, its voice filled with a sense of eerie calm. "Do not grow arrogant, warrior. Your time is nearly at an end. I must admit, there is a strange relief in knowing this. Had you discovered your potential earlier, had you begun your training sooner, you could have become a threat to our path. But now, it seems, it is too late." Ronin's voice cut through the tension, dripping with frustration. "You're just trying to provoke me, aren't you?" He sneered, his words laced with anger. "Well, you know what? My life has been nothing but a mess up until now, and this latest disaster, it's just the icing on the cake. So do me a favor, shut up and die already." The giant's voice rumbled with a strange mix of admiration and finality. "You are a remarkable human," it said, a hint of respect in its tone. I admire you. However, there is no hope for your world. It is doomed to be consumed by the starlight of our... Before the giant could finish, Ronin's blade flashed with deadly precision, severing its head in a single, swift strike. The rain falls steadily, its soft rhythm, a cruel contrast to the weight in Ronin's chest. The past unforgiving and vivid wraps around his mind like shackles. The laughter of his tormentors echoes through the downpour, their sneers twisting into jagged scars upon his memory. Before the battle, before the blood and steel, there was this moment. A moment of stillness, of camaraderie, of unspoken words. Ronin sits at the center, head lowered, hands clasped between his knees, not in despair, but in thought. Around him, his comrades stand brothers in arms, bound not by blood but by the fires of hardship. Some wear smirks, exchanging words laced with humor, trying to lighten the heavy air. Others remain quiet, arms crossed, their gazes distant yet firm. Each of them carries the weight of what's to come. They knew, we all did. The path ahead was carved in steel and sacrifice, yet no one turned away. No one faltered. The rain drips from their armor, their clothes, but it does nothing to douse the fire in their souls. In the distance, the enemy waits unseen yet ever present. A battle looms, yet in this fleeting moment, there is only them, only this brotherhood, forged in trials, standing together one last time before the storm. Ronin was talking to his friend. Win or die, it didn't matter. What mattered was that we stood together, and in this moment, we were unbreakable. Back to the present, Ronin stared at his friend. He didn't make it. Ronin's breath shudders, his body frozen as the warmth fades from his comrade's eyes. The rain washes over blood-stained armor, but it cannot cleanse the weight of loss. He wants to speak, to say something, anything, but the words die in his throat. War never waits, and neither does death. While going forward, he saw a pile of his comrade's body, muttering, "You fools, you're still all together in here, huh?" Ronin, going near to his friend, "Why did you throw your life away? Did you really think you were as strong as me? You should have run while you had the chance. But no, you were all so stubborn, right until the very end." While facing the dead bodies of his comrades, in Ronin's thoughts, "I don't understand. Those giants repelled even the aura of the greatest swordsman in the empire. So why was my sword the only one that could cut them? If it weren't for me, the penal soldiers wouldn't have been forced to lead the charge, and you wouldn't have been the first to fall. I just don't get it." Suddenly, while sitting, Ronin hears a voice of a woman. "Is there anyone there? I couldn't move, I'm injured." Ronin recognized that voice. Ronin then put himself up together and happily says, "She's alive." Walking forward, he then found a woman sitting with her back in a big stone. Ronin then calls her Addition and happily says, "You're alive." The woman then calls him Grand Marshal. And that marks the end of the first episode of this story of war, betrayal, and the burdens of power. But this is just the beginning. What secrets lie behind Ronin's strength? Why was his sword the only one that could cut through the giants? And how will he carry the weight of the fallen? Find out in the next episode. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. See you in the next one.